Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you live from Leduc, Alberta, which is in Canada. And this is my first time back in a while. I'm going to call them opportunities for learning, for expanding wisdom, for even many opportunities for material to write about have occurred since I last recorded a message. And I'm sure some of them you will be hearing about as I maybe even talk to you today. Let me share my screen and we will get started. Share screen. And here we go. Okay, so what we're talking about today, first of all, I wanted to just reconnect with you about the point for these workshops here. The title of them is Stream of Consciousness from Free Flow to First Draft. And the idea was, and is, it continues to be weekly knowledge building. Okay. The presenting issue that I founded this entire series of workshops on is that I'm a stream of consciousness writer. And you may be the same. You may not even know what that is. Even if you don't, and if this is not your presenting issue, you will find helpful tips on how to continue writing. Okay, so for me, it was like, I need help because what's happening? I didn't understand, and some of my previous videos would explain what happened to me about how some projects literally took me hostage for weeks and weeks and weeks. I couldn't stop writing. The words came so quick, one downpour after another, and then another project. I was so confused. And I can tell you here now, some of those projects, I actually have them handy right here. Let me see. This is one of them. And can you even see me or what is happening here? Okay, here we go. So I want to make this bigger. Can this? No. This is not what I want. Maybe like this. So this is one of the projects, okay? And you can actually purchase that on Amazon. Evil Lurking from Electric Chair to Kingdom Grace, a community impacted by childhood sexual abuse. It was a downpour. It just came to me during seminary. And while I was attending seminary during the Christian ethics class. And so now it has a book that introduces the characters. It's a workbook, okay? And then it has the textbook. And, where is number 3? Oh, I guess they're all the same. How can that be? That's interesting. I just found out something here. Let me see. Isn't this interesting? There is an error here. Okay. I'm going to put that aside and take a look at this after. I'm so glad I noticed that. So this then is another one of those projects, right? The Dwelling Place, Reflections on My Journey Towards Spiritual Wholeness. And it also has a workbook. It also has a cover of a painting I created. So does Evil Lurking as well. I have all my other little projects here, and I won't be showing them to you today, but quite possibly another day. Let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, I think this might be how I would like this. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm getting back into the swing of it. So let's continue then. So with the presenting issue then, right, it's something that brought me much confusion. Um, I was sidetracked a lot. It was very difficult for me to concentrate on what I had to do on a daily basis. And but being a seminary student, being an employee, I was a security guard at the time, and being a grandmother and a mother and a daughter, parents that were sick, it was quite a time. And I guess I will just add that in right now. The privilege of all the struggles I went through during that time then helped me become a spiritual wellness coach. And by that I mean my idea, my passion is to help students who are mature students who are struggling in completing their educational goals, their educational dreams. Okay, and so if you are a student and if you need someone to support you, to work with you, please feel free to send me a message on Facebook, on any of my groups, even this one, and I will connect with you. I have courses, online courses. I have times available where I can meet with you, pray with you, support you, answer questions you might have. So I did not expect to put in this blurb, but here we go. I would love to work with you, and I'll just tell you now. I've been in school since 2009. Started in Bible school, finishing several certificates because I just didn't know if I had it in me to complete a degree. But from I think I've graduated with 3 certificates. God then took me straight into seminary, where I completed a master's degree, Master of Theological Studies. And some of my papers actually are in, I have a website in academia.ca.com. I'll find it and I'll post it. But surprisingly, I have to tell you, I published papers. Never, ever, ever in my life did I imagine I would publish anything. And these papers came through a lot of sweat and a lot of tears, as some of the professors that have met me in the past would probably recall. Okay, so back then to this workshop. This workshop then is from dream to draft. Okay, where you might have a dream, something might pop into your head, take you hostage or not. You may need to work on it step by step, and we can give. Nicole said, hit your chat box in the right hand side. Okay, Nicole, I don't know where that is. Okay. Okay, I see, because it said something about hi chat. Okay, thank you, Nicole. Let's see. I did that. So continuing then, where are we here? Let me just see. I need to get to the next slide. Okay, so the point then is looking for answers. And some of the people I've talked to in the past and have had questions, right? How long have writers used stream of consciousness writing? These kinds of questions that you're seeing here on your screen, I have answered previously. It would be, I believe, video number 1. Okay, all my videos are saved on Google, on YouTube, and in this group as well. Now, the purpose for today's video is finding inspiration, ways to spark creativity and gather ideas. Okay, and I'm just going to show you before we even run through the PowerPoint. What I'm doing here, which may look kind of funny to you, is I took flowers, plants that I bought in British Columbia, where we were for the summer, and these, the spikes, they're called spikes, right? And the spikes, the bottom leaves are drying out. So yeah, Nicole, if you are listening, I'm having a bit trouble because I can't really see what I'm doing here. So this is what it looks like, okay, right now. And what I've done is I've taken some tape to cut, because I want to shape these leaves into, this is the bottom of a basket I'm trying to create. And then I made some sides. Now, I am not a weaver, okay? I am literally just playing around, having fun, allowing creativity to flow, right? This is what I need to do when I feel kind of humdrum or stuck. These are the sides, right? And it's important for me to, when I see something like those leaves, right? I saw them, and I know there are people who can really weave very well, and they make baskets. Matt Tommy, someone I've been listening to a lot. Thank you, Nicole. So okay, yeah, this is it. Thank you, Nicole. And but Nicole, okay, thank you, dear. Appreciate you. So again, playing around, being free to breathe, free to see things, not to be boxing yourself into your mind where everything is so jumbled. And so what, I keep trying to fix the same side, which is, you have to laugh. I'm telling you, this is, Nicole Gurney and Anya Grissom are my coaches, and they've been bugging me, go live, go live, go live. So, and I have not felt comfortable doing that. I've just wanted to save all my videos and put them on YouTube. So, but this morning I thought, let's just go for it. So let's see how this all turns out. So continuing then with my basket, which I am working on and will be able to show you more next week. I have a container of things like dried leaves. I call them castanien, and please forgive me, but I forgot the name in English. And when I took my daughter Shannon's dogs for walks, I found castanien, and in various different ways. of how they have opened up. Some have totally fallen out of their skin, and some are still in their skin. I also found acorns. Can you believe it? And I'll tell you more about it. Acorns, right? This is an acorn shell. There are acorns in here. All of these things, they were calling me. They were saying, pick me up, pick me up. And then I got these ideas of what I might want to do with them. And so now I have what I will be showing you as I move on through the next few weeks, how my basket is going to turn out first and foremost. And okay, I'm sorry, Nicole, I don't know what private chat. I don't see that. So, well, why don't we just continue for now, and I will try to figure it out for next time. Okay. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment to show it on the screen. Oh, okay, Nicole, I think I may have done it. So, and then I'm going to hide it. I see. Nicole, I think we did the training already, but I don't know. This is just happening, and I'm just going to roll with it. So, again, just so to go back to the topic then, we are talking about share screen, window, here, share. We are talking about finding inspiration, ways to spark creativity. And even yesterday, Shannon and I went walking with her dogs to the dog park. First time I'd ever been to a dog park. And I actually created a reel because I was wearing this minus 50 some, I don't know, parka. I think it's meant to be when it's really, really cold. And so I was wearing that, and I had the hoodie up and the hoodie down, and we were walking with the dogs. And so then I ended up taking some screenshots, some shots with some selfies with the dogs, and that made a reel out of it. Okay, so, and you're saying, okay, why are you talking about reels? This is a writer's course. Well, and not to keep bringing up my coaches, but when you have coaches, when you have people who are helping you move forward in your business, in your ministry, in whatever it is that you're working on, that you're wanting to reach an audience with. Maybe you're only wanting to reach an audience to help yourself, right? Sometimes we got to work on ourselves first. We need to work on our skills. We need to work on our confidence. We need to just get out there. So let's just do it. It's not always to make money. It's yeah, of course, everybody wants to make money, but we got to start somewhere. We need to find inspiration on how am I going to go from here to where I want to go next? What am I going to do with these projects, right? Like, what am I going to do with this? And you have a dream of having an online course, But what is the next step, right? Now, before I go any further, I'm just reminded here what I actually did. After publishing the big course, which is, I believe, 26 weeks or something, 26 chapters. How many chapters are in here? 25, 26, and then the last. Yeah, so 27 assignments are in there. Okay, and it is very, very helpful. It's a journey toward, it's my journey towards spiritual wellness, but my journey, just like when you read the Bible, right? You see people in the Bible talk about their spiritual journeys, right? You learn from the Bible, but you can also learn from writers or from people who have experienced a journey towards spiritual wellness. So you can learn from me. You can learn from my story. You can learn from my writing. You especially can learn from those creative ideas that I believe were given to me by the Holy Spirit, and then were built on by a writer's community. I honestly didn't know I was talking about all of this today, but I want you to know being part of a writer's community is very, very helpful. And I hate to mention names because I know I'm going to forget at least 100 people who've helped me this far. But Ruth Snyder and Tracy Krause and Kimberly. Sorry, Kimberly, I forgot your last name for a moment there. Kimberly just invited me to write a chapter on grandmother's faith. So we need to be in a community. We need to be with people who will spark our creativity, who will give us ideas to get out of our own skin, to step out and to flow what's in us. We're such exciting people. And when we allow fear to keep us in a box, or, sometimes fear is like a lid that keeps us in a pot. We got to take the lid off and life will flow. So I want to show you what I've also done, created the 4 mini courses. Where are you here? I know you're here somewhere, right? So 4 mini courses, and there is a level 1. Where's my level 1 book? Right? There's my level 1, meditation for the modern student, achieving balance in a busy world, right? That's level 1. And there's level 2, pilgrimage of the spirit, advancing spiritual disciplines, right? Level 3, the Christian journey, embracing trials, overcoming temptation, and standing firm in faith, right? That's number 3. And then number 4, I call it spiritual wellness coaching, right? Finding balance, spiritual practices for lifelong Christian learners. So, again, listening to suggestions from coaches for teaching, listening to God, right? Listening to professors. Sometimes I'll be sitting here and I'll remember what Dr. Joyce Bella said, and I'm like, yes, that's got to go. I need to remember that, and that'll go into this blog or into this paper, or maybe it'll be just something for myself, something that I need to remember for me, right? Let me see what else we got here next. So I think I need to go back to here. So use visual prompts, okay? And so even without me going through the PowerPoint, I was flowing by showing you some of the things I'm working on. There is behind me, is a picture. I'll just bring it out. That I was just playing with. Okay, and if you can see it, right? I had a beautiful background, but then I had this idea of these are all plastic leaves. Okay, these are. I think I bought these flowers at Michael's. Right. These are makeup remover. What are those called? Yeah, the word is right there, but it's left me. I painted it and I put gold on it, and it has butterflies. Right. It's creativity. It's playing around, and then using my art. I use for my covers. Um, for my book covers or for art. I also use it in my Facebook posts. Again, something for you to consider. I'm just throwing it out there today. Today seems to be a conversation I'm having with you about a lot of things I've learned the last while. If you have your own paintings, if you have your own videos of how you create things, if you have your reels, right? Like I just made took pictures and a little video of how I made chicken noodle soup, right? I'll be using that in Saturday's video on creativity. So keep anything that catches your attention. Keep it, because you don't know why it's calling you, right? You may, like me, for example, picking up these castanian, like I call them, okay, and not knowing why, right? Why am I picking these up? I don't know, but they're fascinating. And as I continue, like I said, with the basket, I will find out there is a purpose. I know there is a story in there because acorns, especially acorns in the fall, always takes me back to my childhood when I was probably 10-ish, maybe 9. I was walking home from school by myself, and I remember just breathing in the fall when all the leaves were falling. This was still in Germany, by the way. That's why I call these Kastanien. And I remember the acorns laying on the floor. I remember breathing in the smell, picking them up, and having an incredible sensation within me. It's something I've never forgotten. And actually, I write about another experience with acorns in another book. So keep your eyes open, smell the roses, touch the snow when it's there. Let me see if I can move this. Nope, I can't move it. So here we go. Now, tap into your love for illustrations, such as hidden treasures, minors, and precious gems to spark creativity. Visual prompts can ignite your imagination and help you see concepts in a new light. Try looking at artwork, photographs, or even nature to write metaphors and analogies that can add depth to your writing. Like we were just in Thunder Bay in the fall, and we actually went to Fort William, okay, and the Fort William Park. Lots of pictures. I have a brochure, and I really wanted to take the opportunity to use my pictures, to use the experiences of walking through the Fort for a story. So we will see. But I have my pictures ready, and I have my memories on my phone. And yeah, we will see what comes of it. I'm sure I'll be telling you about it. So reflect on personal growth. Okay, so reflect on moments of personal growth and decision making in your life. Okay, like this morning, where I just said, okay, I can't start at 9 o'clock because the dishwasher was rattling behind me, so I will start a little bit later. And but instead of recording, I decided to go live. I've got to just try this, And these experiences can serve as powerful source of inspiration, offering wisdom that you can share with others. And see, as I stepped out and just did it, right, I have so much to talk about to you. I have so much to share, and it's just popping out. So, yes, I mean, if you have any questions, like Nicole was mentioning that there may be some comments in the group, please put questions, put comments, and I promise you when I'm done recording, I will take a look at them and I will answer and comment on them. Okay? And by connecting your personal journey with universal themes, you can create content that is both relatable and impactful, right? Like, for example, how many of you can relate to the idea of walking home from school on a fall day and breathing in the aroma, breathing in everything that's happening and feeling the wind that is around you? Like, if you see me closing my eyes, it's because I'm right there. I don't remember what I was wearing. I do know I was wearing a backpack, a rucksack, and I was walking home, and that I remember, and the smell and the textures, the feeling. Oh, I could just go right there. So practice stream of consciousness writing. Okay, engage in this kind of writing to unlock your creative potential. And we do that by writing freely. Don't worry about structure and organization. Now, I'll add this to you. I'll say this to you. I used to think that my first draft was it. That's what I needed to hand in. And again, I don't mean to pick on professors, but I feel for some of the professors who got my first papers, because literally there were a bunch of quotes that jumped out at me in books, and some thoughts I had. And yeah, I don't even know how they made it through them, but I thank you for doing that. So allowing your thoughts to flow without structure and organization is important in the beginning, because now I know, and some of you know as well, that it takes many drafts, many drafts. Like this book here, for example, it was started in 2017. 2017, yes, and it was published finally, I believe it was last year. Yes, last year. So 6 years and many rewrites. Even several people went through the experience of taking the course online, right? So it's been practiced. We've gone through it. And so it takes a lot of work. To go back to the free flow is needed because it helps you discover hidden ideas and connections that may not emerge through structured approaches. Like if you make your mind be in a box and only see this and only see that, then you are not allowing yourself to tell bigger stories that your characters experience. this may be something that's really helpful for academia, but it's not helpful for telling stories for our characters. Okay? But it's a great way to generate raw material that you can refine later. So, and another example I want to share with you is as my authorship course that I'm offering. Okay, one of the exercises we do is there's a bunch of us together in a group, and we each take a paragraph that we open our story with. Okay, and it's a romantic story where and of course it needs to have some challenges. So, and practicing this with one of my groups, I now am using that, and that would have been 3 or 4 years ago when I used this exercise, where I'm able now. So first of all, I start with a paragraph. The next person writes a paragraph having to do with my story. What do they think would be the next thing? And then the third person reads my paragraph, the next person paragraph, and continues the story. And everyone that's in the group adds to my paragraph. And we all add to each other's paragraphs. So that now, as I'm going to be teaching this course on being an author, I'm using that as one example of how we can build content for a story. And Ed, I don't know, Ed, if you're listening, but Ed read the beginning chapter, and he nearly fell off his chair because he says, I didn't see that coming. Where is this coming from? So I want you to know, practicing stream of consciousness writing, just getting involved with others, getting help. Don't worry about creating a polished, book right away. Don't worry about that. Just have fun and allow your ideas to come forward, your connections, and have fun. Allow your creativity to flow. Okay, so I talked to you about exploring in nature. Okay, I went with Shannon to the dog park. Okay, we've been doing some, I wouldn't call it hiking, but we've been walking and we've been riding our bikes. We've definitely been sitting by the water. I had a privilege of spending time looking after some horses and sheep and cows. I mean, when I sit down to start writing, I have so much to talk about, so much to add to my stories. Okay, read widely across genres. Okay, so I had this thought I should go back to what we're actually talking about. Okay, so the topic for today is finding inspiration, ways to spark creativity and gather ideas. I know I've been talking a lot, but I wanted to get back to what we're talking about here. So you're looking to gather ideas. Like I even mentioned, you may want to write a story about how you made chicken noodle soup, or I'm very proud of Shannon, who creates birthday cakes of characters that the children ask for. What a way to write a story about how to create that birthday cake. So you want to read widely. Okay. As a doctoral student, I don't have much time to read a lot of extra things. Oh my goodness, I don't. But I can tell you, I used to read. Coming to Canada, not speaking English. We were given a box of Harlequin romance books. And that's how I learned English. And it's not a good way to fill your mind, as a teenager with all this fantasy stuff, because that, of course, is not reality. And if you expect that in life, you have a rude awakening coming. But anyways, that's how I learned English, by reading a lot of those kinds of books. And of course, if you had a chance to look around here, there's many bookshelves full of books. Engage with your audience. Okay, so draw inspiration from your audience by inviting them to share their thoughts, stories, and questions. Okay, and so I do that by belonging to book writers groups and by engaging with my audience through Facebook. I've kind of abandoned my LinkedIn people for a while because I was so very busy. And but yeah, I've decided not to be hard on myself because I just needed to do what I was doing, and I'm ready to go again. Begin again by engaging with my audience. I have many people from Pakistan, many people from Africa, and I actually create free videos that they can use that'll help them as they preach to smaller groups. And so yes, I will slowly be getting into my regular routine to engage with my audience. What are you going to do to engage with your audience? Maybe you don't have an audience yet, but there are ways of how you can build your audience. And why don't you, if you want more information, um, put the word information in the comments and I will give you some direction. So, journaling as a daily practice, right? Keep a daily journal where you jot down thoughts, observations, and ideas. I have my journal right by my chair in the living room. I sit there in the morning, and I write down my prayers, my prayer requests, my conversations with the Lord, and any kind of dreams or anything that kind of comes to mind. I have my other little book here. I've tried many different things, like saving my thoughts on computer. It doesn't really work. I got to have my book here, so I kind of write what what I need to do every day, and then as it's done, I highlight it and then keep adding those things that it didn't complete to the next day. Collaborating with others. Yes, I mentioned that already. The book writers group. There are so many wonderful people. Hope writers. I received some instruction from Hope Writers for a while. What is his name? Oberbrunner. Is it Carrie Oberbrunner? Something like that. I got some information through him, and Matt Tommy. If I had his book here, I'd show it to you. I think he'll be starting new courses in January again. And what is her name? Yeah, I just need to get a shout out to some of the people that I've been watching on YouTube, or on Facebook, that have really been helping me release creativity. And then what's helping too, because let me just end with this. In the beginning, for me, like I said, everything just bubbled up, came out, and wanted to be written, right? Everything wanted to be discussed, put down in words, everything I was thinking of. And it was very time consuming, very tiring. And, but how many years? So my first project started in 2009. Okay, so this is what, 15, 16 years? Yeah, 15 years, right? Where I've been learning. I've been on a steep, steep learning curve, an emotional roller coaster. My poor brain, I didn't think it could take everything that I had to learn and go through. But there have been so many people that were very, very helpful for me to be on this journey with. And so as I close here, please let me know if you're interested in learning more about my authorship course, or if you're interested in doing some preliminary courses on to engage in my course towards spiritual wholeness, or even if you might be interested in a Christian ethics course that I teach. And so, yes, please comment and let me know. Thank you so much for listening. I see I've been on here 47 minutes. I didn't realize I had that much to say. But I'll see you again next week. Bye now.